Did you see the Zuckerberg here? Wait, let me show you this. So Zuckerberg, not only did they ban Trump, he's now banned Trump I think indefinitely, or at least for the next 2 weeks. Did you see this statement from him? The shocking events of the last 24 hours clearly demonstrate that President Donald Trump intends to use his remaining time in office to undermine the peaceful and lawful transition of power to his elected successor, Joe Biden. By the way, the characterization of this Washington stuff is, I think it's one of the most obvious pieces of propaganda. I mean, they're getting really sloppy. It's so sloppy. He stands up and says, "Go home, be peaceful," and that outrages them. And they say that we think he intended. You can read. Here's what Zuckerberg says: his decision to use his platform to condone rather than condemn the actions of his supporters at the Capitol building. That's not what he did. I mean, I saw his speech. He said, "Go home," has rightly disturbed people in the U.S. and around the world. We removed these statements yesterday because we judged their effect and their likely intent was to provoke further violence. They're just reading into everything in a way that's it's gotten even more transparent. But the point of this is Zuckerberg is saying, we believe the risks of allowing the president to continue to use our service during this period, he's talking about the period of transition, are too great. Therefore, we are extending the block we have placed on his Facebook and Instagram accounts indefinitely and for at least the next 2 weeks until the peaceful transition of power is complete.
They're turning off the president, guys. They're turning off the president. How much more evidence do you need of who holds the power here?
Yeah. And there's a lot of talk about the 25th Amendment now. We should impeach him. We should invoke the 25th Amendment. Those two ideas have been thrown out. I think, obviously, that's a stupid idea, but that's how much hatred they have for this guy, and by the way, for his supporters. They don't want him to just lose. They want to kick him on the way out. And if they do something like that, I think it will create a martyr and just energize people more. But they might do that. I was talking to my daughter this morning, and she's 11, and I don't present stuff when she talks about, because she hears stuff sometimes on NPR or wherever, when it's all mainstream media stuff that she hears outside of my control, and I try not to be. I try and be very descriptive, like just here are the facts. This is what some people think. This is what other people think. This is what's factually happening. And I explained to her this morning, well, these people believe that there was voter fraud. And they have some anecdotal examples they've cited, and the news media and basically everyone in the establishment has said there's no evidence. We're not going to bother to investigate it. And I said to her, if you're Joe Biden or a Joe Biden supporter, who, by the way, has said as one of his campaign promises, he's here to unify us as a country, right? She's 11, by the way. I said, look, if you're on the side of trying to unify people and you believe that you won the election fair and square and that this is all bullcrap, what would your response be? And she said, well, I would have investigations and a recount. I would show them that, like, well, look, fine. You want to investigate? Let's investigate. Let's take the time to look at it all. Let's do a recount. And that way they'll feel good about it afterwards, even if they lost. Don't tell me that she's a better strategist than the establishment. They know damn well that what they're doing is divisive. It's the opposite of unifying. They
Yeah.
know when Biden stands up and says, I want to unify the country, what he means is, I want to divide it so I can figure out who the undesirables are, and then I want to just get rid of them. That's what I want to do. That's my idea of unification. That's what they mean. They mean the opposite of what they say.
Yeah.